And now you're probably wondering, what kind of roly-poly costs $100? Well, Bob does. Bob costs $100. But of course, I'm going to show the cheaper ones first, for watch time. To build suspense. Please watch till the end. Anyway, let's unlock the first species. The first one is a common pillbug, nickname Doodlebug. Special ability. Yeah, my special ability is clearly not spelling. So you can get these for free, if you know where to look. So I walked and walked and walked. I totally didn't fall there. You fell. So just lift some logs and you will find some isopods. So all roly-polies are isopods, but not all isopods are roly-polies. How do you know the difference? Well, if you try to roly these, they won't poly, but they will die. So I found a real roly-poly, but I forgot to film it. Yes, I forgot to film the one thing I came here for. I know, I'm dumb. Always leave things how you found them. I brought a roly-poly home. Fun fact, these aren't insects. These are crustaceans that breed to gills. Right there. Okay, I'll help him. Come on, get up. And I know these look pretty boring, but wait till you see the last species. I'm 100% sure you will have never seen these before. But first I need to feed this one and give it a new home. So I gave it a piece of shitty fake cucumber, but he wasn't interested. So let's just put him in his new home. There he goes. Am I the only one that is fascinated when they do this? Yeah, probably. Nice hiding spot. We totally don't see you there. So this was the most boring species. From now on, they're going to get cooler and cooler. The nickname of the species is Orange. Might be confusing, but that's because they are orange. So these cost $50 per isopod. And they are one of those, if you roly them, they die species. For the kids that are watching, these are cuddling. For the adults, no, they're not. Like the first species, I'm going to feed them before I put them in their new home. Again, this is fake cucumber. And since these are crustaceans, which is basically fish, I'm feeding them some fish food. These all look a bit too stressed to eat. And I really don't know why. So I better put these little guys in their home. I swear, every animal I put on my hands feels the need to clean itself. I'm going to start taking this personal. Anyway, this is their home. I know, it looks crappy, but this is all they need. Dirt, food, one moist side, one dry side so they can choose, and some places to hide. Okay, there they go. I'm going to let them eat in peace now and unlock the next species. These are dairy cow isopods. That's because you can milk them. Just kidding, it's because they got the same colors as dairy cows. Here they are, but wait, there's more. Even more. Nope, more. I said more. I gave these a nickname myself. Destroyers. Special ability to destroy. I gave them fresh carrot and fake cucumber yesterday. Already gone. I'm fully convinced if these get out, they will keep multiplying until they destroy the whole world. And then the galaxy. So I'm basically saving the world by keeping them in here. You're welcome. Remember when the two first species were too stressed or shy to eat? Trust me, these will eat. This is literally 2 seconds after I put the food in. And yes, I feed these almost daily. Unrelated, but if someone wants some cool isopods, please come get some. I'll let them eat in peace now. Before we can unlock the next species, we have some unboxing to do. Because 5 days ago, this was me. I spent hundreds of euros on isopods. For the Americans, that's hundreds of euros worth of dollars. What giant species of isopod is in there? Oh right, I also ordered a terrarium. Because of course, spending hundreds of euros on isopods alone wasn't enough yet. Very important, The first thing you need to do when you get a new terrarium is I want a refund. Epic transition incoming. I probably should have used the same hand. Anyway, this is the terrarium I'm going to use to build a home for this species. So I better get started before they arrive. This is a big bag of moss. It's moss. Where did I get it, you ask? Remember where I totally didn't fall? Well, at that spot I also collected some materials to build a home for the lost species. I'm taking small amounts from different spots so I don't disturb anything too much. Except for this millipede. I'm sorry, man. Of course I put him back where I got him. Before I went home I also found this giant snail. Is this relevant for the video? No. But is it cool? No. So I got a big bag of moss and I got some plants. As a biologist I can tell you plants need dirt and I make that myself. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. This is cocoa fiber, by the way. For those who don't know, those are fibers from cocoa nuts. When you add water, it will be absorbed by all the substrate and eventually you end up with clean dirt. The problem, roly-polies like dirty dirt. That is why I am adding some dirty dirt to my clean dirt to make the clean dirt dirtier. Say that 3 times in a row. Anyway, here's a close-up of my hand. Then just add some hard wood. Yeah, I know, that's what she said. That's not funny, guys. Now we can finally build a terrarium and then unlock the next 3 species. Okay, I'm going to quickly build this and I promise you it's going to look beautiful. Here's a close-up of, again, my hand. How do I do this without my hand being in the way? Please tell me. I have been doing this for 2 years now and I can't figure it out. These are too much plants for the terrarium, so I'm going to have to choose the beautiful red plant or this ugly ass fern. I think the choice here is obvious. I have a good reason, guys, trust me. I'll explain later. Here is a nice view of, again, my hand. I'm sick of this. If you wonder why I always pet the moss, that's because... No, seriously, I don't know why I do this. There I go again. The terrarium is almost done. Some last finishing touches. That means it's time for a cinematic montage. And everybody cheered. Yeah, that sucked. I'm just gonna... Ta-da! Didn't expect it, but this actually turned out really, really average. Now we have to wait for these guys to arrive. In the meanwhile, I can unlock a next species. These are zebra isopods. Special ability, mimic zebras. Which is weird. These live in France. And as far as I know, there are no zebras in France. So how do they know what zebras look like? Maybe they live in the zoo or something. These are real roly-polies again. You know, because if you try to roly these, they poly, they don't die. Come on, and roll for the people that are watching. I'm sorry guys, you didn't feel like it. So like the other ones, I'm going to feed them and then put them in their new home. Yes, I'm also feeding them fake cucumber. Next time, I'm using carrots, those are easier to pronounce. They aren't interested either. These zebras aren't as crazy as the destroyers, so I'm going to put them in the same terrarium as the free species. This terrarium is big enough to support multiple species. It gets a nice spot in the corner of the terrarium on a pillow of moss. And of course, the second one also gets in. But I leave them be. You and me got something to do. Unlock the next species. We finally hit double digits. $10 for one isopod. These are rubber ducky isopods. And yes, they really look like rubber duckies. About 8 months ago, I bought 10 of these. These roly-polies live near limestone caves in Thailand. So I decided to build them a terrarium with a cave, and it looked magnificent. Yeah, there are a lot of words to describe this thing, but magnificent is definitely not one of them. Eventually, it got a little better, and I tried to make the terrarium as natural as possible. Time for a speed build montage. This is not sped up, by the way. I'm just that fast. Even my girlfriend says so. Wait, what? A terrarium without moss is like a vacuum that is on. It sucks. It is almost finished. Just adding some leaf litter. This is not only decoration, but also food for the roly polies. I'm not going to lie, I was actually kinda proud of this one. And then it was time to add the duckies, or ducklings, these are just babies. Tell me these aren't rubber duckies with legs. They don't look real. Anyway, there they go, into the giant terrarium. Because the terrarium is so big and they are so small, I don't see these often. And that brings us to the day. I could just go look for some duckies to show you them, but I haven't seen them in a while and I don't want to destroy the terrarium, so I decided to buy some more. No, I'm not that rich, I'm just that lazy. Let's give that transition another try. Nice. These are the rubber duckies. And these are the friends for the rubber duckies, but you'll have to join my Patreon to see them. I only got 3 of them because I already paid too much for the last species. These are very small. Here's one compared to my finger. Hey, this one isn't a roly poly, it's an unroly poly. Badoomts. I'm sorry. Like always, I feed them first and then put them in the terrarium, and these ones actually ate a bit. Chances are, I won't be able to find them again once they're in the terrarium. But that is a good thing. That means this terrarium is so big, they probably don't even realize they're in captivity. That is the goal. We are almost ready to unlock the next species, the $100 roly polies. First, I quickly added the friends for the duckies. Join my Patreon to see them. I won't be making a video for them on YouTube. And now it's finally time to unlock the species I've been annoyingly teasing all video. Trust me, it was worth the wait. Or don't trust the random dude on the internet. These are durian spiky isopods. And no, I didn't glue spikes to the rubber duckies. If you're from the US, these cost $400 for 5. And if my math is correct, that's about 100 for 1. My math isn't correct. Count the shipping and you're there. Lucky for me, I'm from Europe and I found a website that sells them for a lot cheaper. Still a lot of money though. It is time for one last transit. Damn. Let's bring them back. That transition. Anyway, here they are. The Ant Invasion website gave me some extra food. Do you also wonder what the destroyers will do with this? My guess, destroy. Yes, that looks about right. Give them 5 seconds. Now let's take a look at the durian spikies. Underwhelming, right? Wait till I zoom in. Tell me these aren't the coolest things you have ever seen. They don't look real. They look like aliens. Well, I don't know what aliens look like, but I imagine it's like this. These roly polies live in the tropical jungles of Vietnam. So I have to mimic those conditions. So Bob here can get it on and make some spiky babies. He's already trying his best pickup line here, but it didn't work. Here is one on my finger for scale. It's smaller than expected. Yes, that's what she said. This time it's really not funny, guys. I moved them to this container so I could count them. And if my math is correct, we've got 10 of them. But yeah, I'm a biologist, not a mathologist. So what do I know? Like with the rubber duckies, this terrarium is pretty big for their size. So again, we probably won't see them a lot. But hopefully that helps them feel at home. Now, why I chose that ugly fern over that beautiful red plant? These isopods live in the jungle, where they like to climb up in the foliage. That fern is bigger and higher, and this will allow them to climb up more, like Bob is doing here on the log. Now stop, don't click off, click on this video instead, it will help me a lot. Thank you to all members, patrons and everyone that watched, and thank you to the new patron. I think you'll like this video next. Bye.